How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Skate. Yes, the creators of the game, the popular game Skate 1, 2, and 3, they are back. Now, this is for up some debate because basically people have commented and just told them to please, EA, make another skate game, fund another skate game. And I think with the Tony Hawk game that's coming out, that's going to be remastered, Pro Skater 1 and 2, I think this really has sparked the interest into another skate game. They talked about here in this little video here, the game's creators, the creative director, and the game director, that basically this ended up happening because so many people actually commented and wanted a new skate game. Literally, this game was commented and forced into development. Now, they have stated that in this little interview here, you can find them on Skate EA on their Twitter. They have stated that yes, it is very, very early in development, but basically they have been talked into doing it. Probably what ended up happening is the dudes at Skate were like, hey, so many people are commenting, what's going on? Like, EA, you're gonna fund this game. Odds are, EA said yes. It's such a big thing for people to want this game. I'm sure they just had to do it. So they are making a new skate game, essentially of what we think. Now, there are two avenues that we could be seeing here. I'm pretty sure that they are smart enough to understand this needs to be a new skate game. They have not said they're working on Skate 4 necessarily. They are talking about just being back in general. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a Skate 4, although I'm sure that is what they are planning on doing. They're saying it's early in development, so that means there's another skate game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's Skate 4. There is a chance that we could see things like Skate 1, 2, or 3 being remastered or put as a trilogy, which I think a lot of people would play, and honestly, that'd probably be something they could easily do. Just buff up the graphics a little bit, put that 4K on there, up the frame rate to 60 frames. I think some of the earlier ones might not have been 60 frames, if any of them. Skate 3 might have been 60 frames, I'm not too sure. Bump up the frame rate, bump up the, HD resolution, sell them as a trilogy. That'd be a good way to get them a lot of funding. I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen EA and Skate push something like a trilogy with all three of the games put together. I know I'd buy it. And then maybe in the meantime use that extra money to help fund and create the new Skate 4 game. This might be something that we see as a, I don't know, maybe a third or fourth quarter, maybe even second quarter next gen release, potentially. That might be something we see. They said this is earlier on, so it's kind of hard to gauge what exactly they mean by it's earlier on. Like, have they even began, making environments? Have they actually modeled or talked to people about putting new things in the game? We don't 100% know what this entails. They basically have just said, we're here and we're back. So we could be seeing some more stuff going on here. The best thing you guys can do is stir this around, give this thing a retweet. Obviously, EA doesn't tell me to do this. I just want to show my support for this, and I know that tons of gamers have wanted this for a long time. Let's actually check the Twitter. IGN also said something about this too. A new skate game is officially in development at EA. So, Skate 4 potentially, who knows? But like I said, what the guy said is that they are back. They didn't necessarily mean they're making Skate 4, but once again, like I said, it's more than likely Skate 4. Tyler, creator, actually ended up saying something about it too. And even 100 Thieves came along and said something as well. We are pleased to announce our competitive entrance into Skate 4 as a title, with Avalanche 100 as a captain. So we actually have some art here that says Skate 4 on it. I'm not sure whether or not this is full artwork or what. I'm not 100% sure exactly, considering that this is just some random people. Looks like there's a deck here though. They didn't say they're making Skate 4. They didn't say that, but like I said, it's all pointing towards basically, hey, this is Skate 4 they're developing, basically is what is going on. It's a little bit hard to say whether or not it's 100% confirmed. They didn't actually do that, but it's basically confirmed. They didn't say Skate 4 in that little video they made. All they said was, we're back. So we might see other things as well coming alongside Skate 4. We're seeing stuff from left, right, and center of new things, and it's pretty funny. They actually went and retweeted at old tweets, like here, like Crank Games Plays and other things just earlier on. Avalanche once again, and then Andy Miller here, Tyler, creator from 2015. They went all the way back. and looked at stuff like this and said, we're back, we're back, we're back. They're basically saying we're back to everybody. They're trying to bring up as much hype about this as possible, and they're doing a pretty good job at this. Just saying we're back is pretty good. It makes it kind of open that the fact that, yes, Skate 4 is probably going to be a thing, and it's in development and it's coming out, but there might be other things they're doing. I really would like to see a trilogy of all three of the games remastered and put on some new technology. I think that would be really fun, actually. And I'm just gonna go, now that we're talking about this and we're this far into the video, who knows what platforms it might come out on. I think something like this potentially, I know Nintendo fanboys, but I think this might be kind of fun on Switch. It'd be weird. I don't think the little Joy-Cons would work well, but something maybe like with rumble controls or actual tilting controls, that might be interesting, or an interesting idea to think of. Skate on something like the Switch. I'm not sure if it'd work exactly, but if they incorporated it into the right kind of way, it might be something interesting that we could see potentially. I don't know. If not, just on consoles would be great, and I would like to see something like a PC port of this game. The only thing is it's kind of not possible because you have to use the analogs to flick and, you know, pull the actual board. The board is responsive to the analogs for the Skate games, so you'd almost, no matter what, even if you got it on PC, you would have to plug a controller in. I don't really know how else they could go about that. Maybe flicking the mouse in certain directions? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that would work for PC exactly. But that's just me kind of spitballing ideas and what exactly they might go for down the road in terms of Skate. Obviously, the big thing that is good to take away from this is just the fact that they are back. And they are developing a new Skate game, or Skate 4. It might not be called that, but something close to that. And I'm really excited to see this game come out. I honestly have hated having to drag out my PS3 every time, plug it all up, and take my other console out, you know, and put everything together just so I can play Skate 3, and my PS3 controllers are turning into shit, and they're old, and it's just like, ugh. Just port this game on a new console, please. Just it's so monotonous to have to bring out my old console and do this. I know first world problems, but it just kind of is boring, and I hate kind of having to do it, and it just doesn't look as good as obviously new gen games are. I would love to see a remaster of the first three, like a remaster trilogy, and then Skate 4 potentially. I don't know what one would be better first. I just think it'd be very smart from Skate and EA if they just remastered the first three, because remastering tends to be a bit quicker than actually making a full-fledged game. Obviously, with new gen hardware and whatnot, it's actually harder to, you know, as technology goes on, it's more expansive and games are bigger and bigger and bigger. It'd be much easier just to go back and clean up Skate 1 through 3 and then just put it on a remastered thing. Or if not, they might do something where they just remaster 3 or 2. I know a lot of people didn't play 1 a whole bunch. 2 and 3 were really like the, you know, the time when they were blowing up, especially around 2, and then 3 even more. I think the YouTubers really got the big light when it came to Skate 3 and showing that off and just doing stuff together. It's a pretty interesting, you know, way Skate went around. I think a lot of people who don't even skate play Skate. It's just fun to play it like that. And honestly, the story and just the way you do things in the game, it's pretty interesting and pretty fun. So I'm glad that they are back. And I wonder how they're going to do this with new gen hardware, and whether or not they're going to make it a story mode like game again with Skate 3, how you kind of make your own brand and you're trying to make your own skateboard brand and be bigger and, you know, have your spot when it comes to the whole community of skaters. I wonder if they're going to do something like that, maybe something more reminiscent of 1 or 2, where you're just kind of more in free play, just kind of doing your own thing and you unlock stuff as you go. It's something to think about in the future, and I wonder what all skaters will actually be in Skate. Typically there's people who are famous like Rob Dyrdek, you know, you had tons of other people, a bunch of skaters, I don't remember all their names, but you get a bunch of different skaters who end up doing stuff on these games, and I wonder who all might come up to the plate and actually do voices or do different things on this game. We'll have to see in the future as things go. I think their Twitter, from kind of how it seems here, is the best way to actually get a hold of all the brand new news that they're going to be having for Skate. So never thought I'd say this, and of all years, you know, 2020 of course, it's ups and downs. We are seeing a Skate 4 in development. That just kind of blows my mind. I did not expect that. We got Persona 4 on PC, and now there's a Skate 4 coming out. Like, what? Okay, I thought those would be myths. I didn't think those would really happen, but okay. Those are all coming out now. Alright, Dark Souls is coming back, like, or Demon Souls, I mean. Just so many crazy games that are actually coming out. The gaming community is starting to look pretty good. We're getting a lot of really good games lately, and a lot of good announcements. A lot of things to be excited about right now as a gamer, especially if you love Skate or just next-gen hardware, new consoles. These things are actually looking really nice. So, yeah, I'd expect something like Skate 4, maybe a collection of the first 3 Skate games. I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen them on current gen and next gen. Typically there's like a leeway period of about a year into a next console before they really start saying next console only for their game. So if we end up seeing this by holiday of next year, I bet it'd release on both of them more likely. A Skate 4 or a collection of the first Skate games. I'd love to see both of these. Honestly, I don't care what order. I just want to play Skate on hardware it's fun and it's, you know, easy to access, looks better, higher frame rate, better graphics. But that's just about all I have to say for this video, guys. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you up to date when it comes to this game. Hopefully we can get some gameplay, potentially. I think it'll be quite a while till we get something like that, or a trailer with how early in development they are. But the fact that they've said anything, it's pretty nice. It's something positive in the gaming community, at least. And I want to give a personal thank you to all of you, all the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We are very close to 1K subs. Thank you all so much for that. Thank you for all the likes, and thank you for all the comments. Some of you go back and correct a couple things that I say in some of my videos. So please, if you do see anything, I take constructive criticism. Feel free to go ahead and tell me if I missed something or I miscalculated something or said something wrong. I appreciate those comments, and I just want to give the best information I can to you guys. If I slip up on something and one of you know something about it, go ahead and say something, and I will pin your comment so people can see that I messed up on something, and they'll be more likely to catch that and be more informed on the actual subject. I try to do as much research about certain things as I can. So I'd like to thank you guys for that. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.